Hello, everyone, and welcome to Southwest Louisiana Credit Union's first Zoom of 2021. This is our Zoom on debt consolidation. It's smart money moves for 2021. And tonight we are just going to share with you some tips, some good information, some honest information about debt consolidation. What we hope to do is provide you with information that you could use to make good financial decisions. We're going to dispel some myths, hopefully. You may have heard some things about debt consolidation. We are going to give you the raw, honest truth about debt consolidation. So what we want to do is we're going to answer some questions that our members have submitted to us all this week. We've been collecting questions, and so we want to thank you for submitting your questions to us. Whether you were our member or one of our employees who had a burning question, we're going to answer those questions tonight. And if we don't answer or give you enough information, there is a chat box at the bottom of your screen. Feel free to type in one of your questions or any of your questions, and we'll be happy to hopefully have enough time to answer that question for you live on tonight. This is being recorded, so soon you'll be able to find this workshop on our website and maybe even in your inbox on your email. So my name is Makita with Southwest Louisiana Credit Union, and I've got several of my team members here on tonight. We're going to ask that you stay muted. When you joined, everyone was muted, and so we're going to ask that you stay muted. And if you have a question, just type it in. Your video is also disabled. So without further ado, we're going to get started with some of those questions that we received this week. So everyone's muted right now. They're going to have to unmute themselves. Our staff is going to have to unmute themselves to answer the questions. And remember to use the chat box. So it should take us about, make sure you stay muted. I hear an echo, so. Okay. We'll probably be on maybe about an hour. So, get you a cold drink or whatever you like to enjoy after work and enjoy this, this Zoom with us tonight. All right, so without further ado, let's get started. Let's just talk about what is debt consolidation. So who wants it?
Okay. Debt consolidation is to consolidate your bills into one monthly payment. Credit cards, finance companies, payday loans, etc. It's to basically get everything wrapped into one payment so we can get you a lower interest rate and get you on a budget so you can take those extra dollars that you were paying out and get them put into a savings account for a rainy day fund.
Okay, so that sounds great. Thank you, Karen, for just kind of summing up, what actually is debt consolidation. I've heard some people think that debt consolidation is a bad thing. And from what you're saying, it sounds like it's a really good thing. So Karen, tell me, or Shelly, or whoever wants to jump in, tell me how a debt consolidation can help me or help our members.
We have a lot of members just by, like Karen said, combining all of those payments into one monthly payment. You may have several different loans and you're paying out a total of $500 or $600 a month, and we may be able to consolidate all of those different small loans you might have or credit cards that you might have, and it could end up being, a $200 or $300 a month payment with a lower interest rate instead of the larger $500 or $600 payment a month with a lot higher interest rate.
Me and unmuting. I'm trying to unmute myself. Okay, so I'm back. So someone tell me, one of our members asked, what kind of debt can they consolidate?
We can do credit cards. We can do finance companies, payday loans, basically anything that you're going to qualify for. If you have something that is secured, naturally, we don't want to take that because you're usually paying a lower rate anyway. But your finance companies, most of them charge 36%. Your credit cards are 19% or higher. And just because we pay them off, we do have credit cards at a lower fixed rate that we can give you here.
So Karen, you mentioned about credit cards. So if I have a credit card that I want to consolidate, once I consolidate it, do I get to keep it?
We can keep it. Normally on our consolidation loans, we like to close some of the accounts. We do not, if it's an older trade line, something that you have a lot of availability on, we want to really try to keep that open because we don't want to impact your credit score. But if you have 10 credit cards out there and we're paying them off, we don't want to leave every one of them open. So yes, you can keep one of your better credit cards, but just remember our rates are fixed. There's no cash advance fee. Cash advances and purchases are the same interest rate.
So Karen, so what I'm hearing you say is that if we have to close the credit cards, or if I consolidate my credit cards, but one of them is one of my oldest lines of credit, more than likely we would probably keep that open because of the age of the account and the value that it provides to my credit score, correct?
That is correct.
And if we did close the credit cards, not talking about the age of the account, but because maybe of the rates and that kind of thing, Southwest has a credit card that has a lot of benefits to it that you would probably recommend that I get so that I could have a credit card for, say, emergency purposes.
That is correct. And we do have a reward program with it.
Sounds great. So let's see. So it sounds like this consolidation can help to save me some money. How much, have you guys had any experiences with members? Like how much money, I guess it depends on how much I'm consolidating, but what have you seen, how have you helped members save money and how much have you seen, their monthly bills go from?
I had a member recently that we did a consolidation on. We paid off, I think it was 2 or 3 of the payday loan type places and one of his credit cards. And it ended up being $300 and something dollars cheaper per month and one of the things that we paid off, the payment on just that was more than his consolidation loan, paying off 3 or 4 different things. So he ended up saving, I think it was around $350 a month by consolidating, and even had lower interest rate than what he had.
Well, I know I like to save $300 a month on some bills. That definitely sounds impressive. So, are there any extra fees that come with a consolidation loan?
No, there are no extra fees.
Well, that's even more exciting. I read some stuff online that some places charge like extra processing fees and different things like that, but we don't do that at Southwest Louisiana Credit Union. So can someone tell me, is it a hard pull on your credit because you do have to pull credit, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And is it a hard pull on my credit report?
Yes.
But can anyone explain but still like the value that, even though it's a hard pull, how it can help me with my credit later?
Well, the credit cards that we do leave open is going to give you availability. So the way the credit bureau grades you is it looks at your installment versus revolving. Naturally, you want to have more installments than revolving. You do want to have some revolving. You don't want to have a lot. But the more availability that you do have that we do pay off, it's going to jump your score up.
Karen, you talked about installments versus revolving. Can you explain what the difference is?
Okay, revolving is a credit card. That is where you pay usually 2% of your balance. And that is monthly ongoing till it is paid off. Whereas an installment, there's an open date and an end date. And the way the credit bureau looks at it, you want to be around 30% availability. You don't want to go over 30% of the balance of what you're eligible for on your credit card.
Okay, so that clears up revolving versus installments. That's kind of like a credit card versus me financing a car.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So how much can I consolidate? Are there any caps on how much I can bring over and say, hey, I need help consolidating this? What's the max that I can do?
We can consolidate up to $20,000.
Okay, and what are the interest rates right now?
The
Or
interest-
starting interest rates?
Yeah, the starting interest rate is 5.99 and they can go all the way up to 16.99, which is still half of what most of the other finance companies have. It's a little higher interest rate, but all of our rates are just based off of your credit score.
But even with 16, that's probably less than you pay on your credit card.
Yeah, that is correct.
Credit card rates are like really high.
Mm-hmm.
So what about the terms on these loans? Like, do I get to pick, how long I want to pick? Do I get to pick based on the interest rate, or is it a set amount of terms for it?
We can do up to 5 years depending on the amount of your loan. So if you have a very small consolidation loan, we'll do a lesser term. If you get as much as the 20,000, then we may go up to the 5-year term. It just depends on what you're comfortable with paying each month and the amount you're borrowing.
All right, thanks for that. So tell me about the process. I guess it's important, obviously, if I'm considering a debt consolidation, what do I need to bring you, or what do I need? What's the first step?
Well, we'll need your proof of income, but that's not necessary at the time you apply. We would like to pull your credit and give you a credit checkup is what I'm gonna say. Copies of your bills, especially if they're finance companies, because when we pay finance companies off, if we go by what your credit bureau says, there's always going to be a big difference. Credit cards are usually everything. If we take what's on your bureau, it's normally close, but we do like to call. So if you have your card with you, or if you have a statement, we want to try to get your payoff as close to it as we can, especially if we're trying to close that credit card. Understand that even by the time we mail it, whether it's that day or the day after, that you may have some little extra interest due on it.
So when is the best time to consider a debt consolidation? Is it, if I'm thinking about buying a home in the next year or in the next 6 months, or if I'm, thinking about buying a car, or just anytime? Like, is it good to do it anytime, or is there a certain time that, a person would definitely want to consider a debt consolidation when it'll look the best?
Anytime would be a great time. But if you're buying a house, I'd probably wait about 6 months or at least a year before purchasing a home after it. And then also, if you do the debt consolidation with us, we see that you're really trying, like we could see your progress. And so if you want to get a home loan with us, that would also open doors for you as well. Like if you come to the credit union, do the debt consolidation, we help you with all this, and we can help you save up for a house later, and we can help you get that house that you want.
Thank you, Julia. So do I need a certain credit score to qualify for a debt consolidation?
Credit score does not have anything to do with the loan. Credit score just gives you what your interest rate is. It does not hinder you from getting a loan with Southwest. So basically, if your score is low, I'm going to say 520, let's use that for example. What we're going to base off is what your income is to what amount we do unsecured. And that is taking all of your debts on your credit report and making sure that you can afford that. So yes, if your score is low, you're going to pay a higher interest rate, but I can guarantee you it's not what you're paying on them credit cards or them finance companies.
All right, thanks for that information, Karen. So we have a question here in our chat box that says, what if you have 2 credit cards with close to $20,000 of debt each? What would be the options for debt consolidation?
Okay. I don't know, we can only pay off one of them, but if you have something for collateral that is valued at the other 20,000, we can look at you may have 1 or 2 vehicles, taking that for collateral and even getting you a lower interest rate on that other one.
Okay. We have another question here. It says, what is a good credit score to have? So like the interest rate starts, I think, Shelly, you said it starts at 5.99% for the 20,000. So what kind of credit score would, potentially a person have to fall into?
You would, for the 5.99, you would have to have a credit score of 730 or higher. And then, the next range is below 730 and it's to 680, I believe. That would put you at the 6.99. But as far as like what is a good credit score, there's a lot of different credit scores that can be good, because it really just depends on what's in your credit report, because you may have just limited credit, but a good pay history and your score is 640, which is just an average credit score, but your payment history and everything is good. So, I mean, to me, that would still be good credit score. It just, to me, depends on what's on the credit report to determine if you have a good credit score. But yeah, to get the lower interest rate, the lowest one, it would be 730 or higher.
Okay, we have another comment in our chat box. It says, is there a penalty to pay off the loan early? And I'm assuming they are talking about the debt consolidation loan, or maybe the other loans. Maybe that's what
there's no penalty for early payment on any loan. You pay the interest on the balance of that loan at that time.
So there's another comment. It says, so you look at the total picture when considering credit score. They're asking.
Well, the credit score just comes from the credit bureau. Whenever we pull credit, it tells us what the score is. But we look at the whole picture to determine if we're going to be able to approve your loan. We're going to look at, how much debt you have, figure out what we can consolidate. We're going to look at your payment history on things and just try to figure out everything that we can do to help you with everything on your credit report.
Your credit score basically prices your loan.
It only determines the interest rate.
Sounds good. So I had a member that asked, if they just got a car, can they include that, or how could we help them save money on the car if, since we're doing up to $20,000, if the car is, they owe more on the car, how can we help them save money on the new vehicle that they just purchased, or can it even be included in the debt consolidation?
It would be better not to include it. Your best bet would be to let us refinance your auto. We have a special that we run all the time is in your contract, and we'll beat the rate by 1% not to go below our floor rate. If your rate is even better than what that contract is based off your credit score, we're going to naturally give you the better rate.
Awesome. So you said we can always do our beta rate special, where we will beat your current auto loan rate that you may have got at a local dealership or with another bank or something by at least 1%. But it could be lower, just not below the floor rate. So it would be whatever I qualify for at the credit union, which a lot of times is probably a lot lower than what I may have got at the dealership.
We see that a lot.
Well, that is definitely good information. So does consolidating show a negative remark on my credit report? It seems like I've gotten some information or just feedback from members when we talk about debt consolidation that that term itself has a negative connotation, like people may associate it with the effects of like when people file bankruptcy. Kind of like showing where you needed help fixing your loans, or you needed help with your finances. So it looks like not to say it looks like a bankruptcy, but people tend to associate debt consolidation with being something negative on your credit report. Does it have any negative remarks on your report whenever you consolidate?
It's not negative that's gonna be able to report to your credit score. In my opinion, I feel like it does help it a little bit boost up as you make your payments on the new debt consolidation loan, as well as, like we said in the beginning, you save a lot of money on interest rates. So, and a debt consolidation loan could help you get those bills paid off quicker than having to take care of multiple bills at one time with different interest rates. So, but it doesn't affect your score as being negative.
And there won't be a remark on my credit report that shows like I had to I did a consolidation.
No, it would
No.
just show up as an unsecured loan.
loan.
Okay, so remember everyone, you can type your message. I'm sorry, if you have questions that we have not answered for you yet into our chat box at the bottom. If you have an example of something that you want to ask. So what does the process look like? So I'm interested. Do I just come in, or is there somewhere that I can apply ahead of time and then gather my bills and come? What does that look like for our members?
So you can either come in, you can call, you can apply online. If you're doing debt consolidation, I would say it's best to try to call and get a hold of a loan officer over the phone, or actually come into the credit union. And then from there, we would take your application, we will pull credit, we will go over your credit report with you and look at everything that we need to consolidate. And then after that, we would probably get statements from you for whatever you're wanting to consolidate. We would get your proof of income. Then we would figure out, how much we need to pay off to help you consolidate, figure out a monthly payment for you. And then basically, once we have all the information from you, it's a pretty quick process to let you know if you're approved or not. And we can, if we get all the information from you, we can sometimes get it done in the same day. It shouldn't be a lengthy process. So it would basically just be getting in contact with the lender, start an application, figuring out what you're wanting to pay off, and then closing a loan. After that, we would actually cut checks and we would mail them for you to everybody that we're paying off, so that you don't even have to do that. It's to me, it's a good, should be simple process for anybody to do.
I also want to add that our MSRs are always there to help. So if you need help with your application, you can come in and we can help. If the loan officer is busy right at that moment when you come in, we can take your account info, like the accounts that you're bringing in. We can make copies. We can take your check stubs. We can get that to that loan officer to make it a quicker process. And so you don't have to wait on that loan officer. And some loan officers can even do it. They can help you over the phone, and you could bring in their stuff and all your account information but we're also here to help you with anything that you need. So if you need to come in and you're in a hurry and you just want to drop it off and make copies and let us give it to the loan officer for you. We want to make it as easy as possible as we can for you.
Awesome. Thank you, Julia. In the beginning of this Zoom, in the chat box, I actually typed in the website for SWLA, for our credit union, where you can actually access the link that'll take you straight to the information on debt consolidation and the link to apply for the loan. So if it's something that you know that you want to do and that's something you've already been considering, and maybe tonight we've answered some burning questions or dispelled some myths that you may have had you on the fence about it, go ahead and click that link or just go to our website, www.swlacu.com, and check out the website. There's a link there for you to apply for the loan. If you're still on the fence about it, Karen, can they just come in even before they apply and just talk to somebody?
Yes, they can. We're all certified financial counselors. Yes, the loan officers are going to work your loan up for you, but they can talk to any one of us, and we're all, like I said, certified counselors, so we can help them and would love to.
And we can do all that before you ever pull credit.
Correct.
So if I just need to talk and still try to figure out if this is right for me, but you can hold off on pulling my credit until we decide that, yes, this is the best way to, this is the best route for me at this time.
That is correct.
So it's we've answered all of the questions that have been submitted this week to our members and employees that are on. If you have other questions, please feel free to go ahead and type those in the chat box, and we'll answer those. So go ahead and sum this up. And I just want to know and be able to tell our members, ultimately, is it worth it for debt consolidation?
It is worth it. And we can also show you other ways of saving, of anything that you may have that has collateral on it. We have an awesome real estate department. We may be able to save you monthly there. Any recreational motorcycles, campers, in your autos also. If you add up $20 to $50 a month on one loan over a period of loans, that's a lot of savings.
That's awesome. So does anybody have anything else that they want to add in, just any last minute tips or things to chew on, after tonight's Zoom that our members may appreciate when considering a debt consolidation loan or any type of, financial decision that we want to leave them with tonight?
I just kind of want to piggyback it off of Miss Karen and Shelly and also Julia for just to kind of encourage our members to come in, and like we all said, you can always come in and talk to anybody. Everybody's a certified financial counselor. So even if you feel like, oh wait, a debt consolidation loan, it sounds risky, let me see. We're here to make you understand and to help you understand that it is a good thing to do. So I'm just here to be able to encourage y'all to come in and be able to talk to someone to get the information, or even if you have questions that you don't want to ask now, come in and talk to anybody and we're able to help you. So,
and I also want to add that sometimes you need to talk to somebody to get a clearer picture of what the situation is. Like sometimes if I have a situation, I like to talk to people about it, most of my friends, but we are certified, like Miss Karen said, certified financial counselors. So if you need like help with the bigger picture of your financial situation and you can't decide if you want to do this or not, like she said, just come in and talk to us and maybe we can help you out with other situations. Like if you didn't want to get a debt consolidation loan or anything like that, we can help you like budget and save money for those things that you wanted, that we can help you with, like a truck or a vehicle or a car, a house, anything, building credit. We can help you with that. Just sometimes you get more information, even though you know the things already. Hearing somebody say it helps you. Like just hearing somebody talk about it and just be there for you in that time helps you a lot as well.
So I was trying to type as Julia was talking, and I just want to let you know, if you are not a member of Southwest Louisiana Credit Union and someone told you about this opportunity tonight to join this Zoom call, and you're interested in any of the things that we've been talking about tonight, I want to let you know where we're located and let you know how you can find us on the web. Our website is www.swlacu.com, like Southwest Louisiana Credit Union. We are located, right now we have 2 locations that are open. Our 2255 East McNeese Street here in Lake Charles, Louisiana, on the corner of McNeese and 5th Avenue. And then we're also located in the great city of Sulphur at 101 North City Service Highway on the corner of City Service Highway and Maplewood. Of course, you can always find us on the web. Our telephone number is 337-477-9190. You can give us a call. Our phone lines are always busy these days with everything that's going on in the world. So, using the website is a great tool. Our Facebook page, find us on there, like us, send us messages on there. I'll answer them for you or get you to the right person. And we just really hope that we have provided you with some great information about debt consolidation. If it's something that we can stay on for a few more minutes, if it's something that's, just a burning question that you may have, whether it's about membership or some other loan product or some other financial topic that you want to drop in the chat box, you can do that. We'll be on for a few more minutes. We'll be happy to answer that for you. But again, you can always come by any of our branches and just talk to someone. It doesn't cost anything to talk. We'll be happy to sit down and look at your financial picture with you. Mackenzie shared with us today that she had 2 appointments of people who just wanted to talk about their finances, talk about what they could do better in the new year. We all talk about, well, I'm not going to say all, but a lot of people make lofty financial goals in the beginning of the year about how they want to save money or cut back on spending or just a lot of time it's about finances in the beginning because we look at it as a fresh start. When we want to help you devise a plan that's viable, a plan that's doable, and one that you can be successful with. We don't want it to have to be pie in the sky. We want it to actually be something that we can actually help you to achieve. So just come in and let us know. We want to be transparent with you, with our information, and we want you to be transparent with us. Lay it on the table. Let us know what's going on. That's the best way that we can help you. We at the credit union, especially at Southwest Louisiana Credit Union, believe that bad things happen to good people every single day. That does not determine, what your goals get to be or what your dreams get to be. You get to have the same dreams and goals as everybody else. And we want to help you to achieve that. So we invite you to come by, sit down and talk with us. We'll figure out what works for you and we'll get you on the path to financial success in 2021. We want to thank each and every one of you for logging on tonight and taking time out of your evening to share with us in our first Zoom of 2021. And this will be the first of more to come. Thank you for your support. If you don't have anything else, we are going to log off and say good night to you. But come by and see us. And this is being recorded. So hopefully you'll see this on our website, maybe even our Facebook page soon, where you can go back and reference it. But at the end of the day, you can always contact us. We'll be able to, go back over some of these tips with you and again, help you get on the path to financial success and reach your goals in 2021. We appreciate you being members. If you're not a member, we'd love to have you. Thank you to the staff who stayed late to join us tonight and provide this information. We're happy to do it for you. Again, thank you for joining us and good night from Southwest Louisiana Credit Union.